Do you think that Tesla's battery day will ultimately become a big thing, or maybe is it already?
Okay, obviously a lot of sort of hype into this. Look, I think it's a potential paradigm changer, specifically with the million-mile battery. That's the big focus. That's really the drum roll into this. Can they sort of, and obviously Musk talked about maybe 2022 when it hits the road, but the million-mile battery, as well as price parity and potentially third-party battery supplier, those are the keys for the street. Because from a valuation perspective, I think that continues to be part of the re-rating if they could produce.
Yeah, and listen, the battery, like I said, is or tends to be the most important part of the electric car. Is there any? Tesla's already got the market lead in that. Their cars go further than pretty much any or maybe every electric car that's out there on the market. Is there anything they can do that's really going to move the needle on the stock anyway, Dan?
Yeah, but to that point, Brian, I mean, everyone's targeting Tesla. And you see competition not just in the U.S., especially internationally in Europe and China. They need to continue to innovate on the battery side. That's the hearts and lungs of the success of the Tesla story as well as brand. And I think going into today, it's a fork in the road. I mean, these events, have usually been really the opportunity for Musk and Fremont to really show what's under the hood. That's why this battery event has really been anticipated for the last year. So it's a huge drum roll into this. But the key is the million-mile battery. And this is on the heels of almost Teflon-like demand that they've seen, especially in China.
Well, it's going to sound like a weird question, I guess, Dan, but like everything else, is this almost tamped down because of the lockdown, not being able to be there with Musk, the pageantry? Let's be clear. And these companies are doing a great job. Apple did a great job with their virtual. It's not the same thing. It doesn't have the same gusto. It doesn't get the same media coverage. Does it take away something from it?
Oh, it definitely does. And there's someone, look, 20 plus years, been to, hundreds and hundreds of these events. For Tesla, when you're at an event, in Fremont or on the SpaceX headquarters, it's the excitement. It's very similar to what happens at Apple events. I think a little is taken away here. They're going to have to try to do it virtually. But it really comes down for investors, the content, meat on the bone. Can they deliver on the sort of trifecta of news? That's what the stock's really reflecting here. And it's key to the Tesla story for the long term.
Yeah, and just quickly, Dan, I'm sure your clients have asked you this, does all the nastiness around Nikola, all the problems there, does that take anything away from the Tesla story? Just because it kind of smacks the industry a little bit?
I think it's contained more to the Nikola story, but it broadly speaks to going after the EV market and going after some of these opportunities. There's a lot of pitfalls as you go forward. And remember, there's only one Musk and one Tesla, and everyone's looking for the next one. But I think as you'll see today, it's hard to find that in terms of what they've built as a moat in the EV world.